The stock market is getting hit from all sides right now. Trump's new 25% tariffs are shaking up markets. Warren Buffett just sold off his entire stake in SPY and VOO. Bitcoin has dropped below $90,000 for the first time in 2025. And all of this is making investors nervous. The big question is this just another short-term dip, or is it the start of something much bigger? In today's video, I'll break it all down. Checkmark how Trump's new tariffs will impact inflation and stocks. Checkmark why Warren Buffett is selling major index ETFs like SPY and VOO. Checkmark what's happening with crypto and why Bitcoin just crashed. Checkmark and most importantly, how you should prepare your portfolio. This is one of the most important videos I've made this year, so make sure you watch until the end. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. There's a lot happening in the markets right now, and most of it is bad news. Stocks are dropping. The economy is facing new risks. Investors are getting nervous. So let's go step by step through what's actually happening, starting with Trump's new tariffs and why they are making Wall Street panic. Revolving Light Trump has officially reinstated the 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada, and the stock market did not like this news. Checkmark back in early February, Trump announced tariffs on Mexico, 25%, Canada, 25%, and China, 10%. Checkmark initially, the tariffs on Canada and Mexico were put on pause, as long as they helped the U.S. secure the border against illegal immigration and drugs. Checkmark but time is up, and Trump just confirmed that the tariffs are coming back in full force. Revolving Light markets hate uncertainty, and this announcement brought a lot of uncertainty. Upward trend tariffs act as a tax on businesses and consumers. Upward trend if companies import goods from Mexico or Canada, their costs just went up by 25%. Upward trend businesses have two choices. 1. Eat the cost right pointing arrow lower profits. 2. Pass it to customers right pointing arrow higher prices and inflation. This is why some investors are worried that these tariffs could make inflation worse. Checkmark Canada. 1. Biggest U.S. imports equals energy, machinery, and lumber. 2. Why this matters. Lumber is essential for real estate and housing development, and the U.S. already has a housing crisis. 2. If lumber gets more expensive, building new homes could become even more costly. Checkmark Mexico. 1. Biggest U.S. imports equals cars, fruits, and vegetables. 2. Why this matters. The auto industry relies heavily on Mexico for car production. If tariffs increase costs, it could lead to higher car prices and potential job cuts. Food prices could also rise if tariffs increase costs for importing fruits and vegetables. Another major red flag for the stock market is that Warren Buffett just sold his entire stake in SPY and VOO. Now, whenever Buffett makes a move, investors pay attention, because he's one of the most successful investors of all time. Checkmark Berkshire Hathaway sold its entire position in 1. SPY, S&P 500 ETF. Checkmark this was disclosed in SEC filings from Q4 2024. Checkmark this marks the longest selling streak for Berkshire in years. Checkmark Buffett is now sitting on his largest cash pile ever. But why is Buffett selling? 1. The market is overvalued. 1. Right now, the S&P 500 is trading at 30x earnings, while the historical average is 15-18x earnings. 2. This means stocks are twice as expensive as normal. 2. Trump's policies create uncertainty. 1. Buffett has always been cautious about trade wars and tariffs. 2. The last time Trump imposed tariffs, 2018-2019, stocks dropped nearly 20%. 3. Bonds are now more attractive. 1. The 10-year Treasury yield is over 4.5%, which is higher than the S&P 500's average dividend yield. 2. This makes bonds more attractive for safe, long-term investors like Buffett. Key takeaway. Buffett selling doesn't mean the market is doomed, but it's a sign that he thinks stocks are expensive and uncertainty is rising. Bitcoin just fell below $90,000 for the first time in 2025. What's causing the drop? Keycap 1 profit taking after Bitcoin's big rally. 1. 6 months ago, Bitcoin was trading at $60,000. 2. After a huge rally past $100,000, some investors are cashing out profits. Keycap 2 market uncertainty from tariffs and interest rates. 1. Higher tariffs equals higher inflation equals higher interest rates. 2. Higher rates make bonds and cash more attractive compared to risky assets like Bitcoin. Keycap 3 regulatory concerns and government crackdowns. 1. The SEC has been increasing its crackdown on crypto companies. 2. Some investors fear stricter regulations could hurt crypto adoption. What does this mean for Bitcoin investors? 1. Bitcoin is a highly volatile asset. 2. Short-term dips happen all the time, but long-term investors are focused on the bigger picture. 3. If you're investing in crypto, treat it as a speculative part of your portfolio. With all of this market uncertainty, how should you be investing right now? Stay diversified. 1. Don't have all your money in high-risk growth stocks. 2. Consider dividend stocks, bonds, and commodities for stability. Be cautious with index funds, SPY and VOO. 1. Buffett selling doesn't mean you should panic, but it's smart to rebalance your portfolio if needed. Keep some cash on hand. 1. Having cash ready lets you buy stocks if the market dips further. Focus on long-term investing. 1. Don't panic sell based on short-term fear. 2. If you believe in Bitcoin, tech, or the S&P 500, stay the course. Markets are falling for 3 big reasons. Keycap 1 Trump's tariffs are back, creating inflation fears. Keycap 2 Buffett is selling major ETFs, signaling caution. Keycap 3 Bitcoin is dropping, adding more uncertainty. But smart investors don't panic, they prepare. Let me know in the comments, are you buying or selling stocks right now? And if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more investing insights.